to open the blast doors. Doesn't seem like they have them open. So go around.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Yeah, nothing.
Damn, Hop, are you seeing this thing?
I see it.
Okay, everything's
Hard to
open.
believe it.
Yeah. Rebels ain't gonna stand a chance now.
Oh yeah.
Right. You're aligning for land. Right, we're here.
This is our new
Back on a
post.
Star Destroyer. Looks like they've really packed this thing up, too.
It was nothing.
Alright.
Why don't we go greet the locals?
Alright.
So these are the new transfers I was expecting. Welcome aboard.
Good to be here. You are.
What's up, Sergeant?
Things are uneventful, not very interesting for the most part.
Don't mean to be rude, Lorik, but that man standing in front of you is your superior officer.
Oh, my mistake, sir. I didn't recognize you.
No, the one on the left. That's a
Hey
lieutenant
man,
colonel.
learn to read the pauldrons.
At ease.
Sorry about that, sir. I haven't slept in quite some time. I must have missed your ride.
That's
It's an honor to have you aboard, sir. This here is Private Joker.
You are?
Why do you call him Joker?
Hello, sir.
He's a bit special, but I think he has what it takes to go far in the ranks eventually.
Considering what weaponry he's packing. I hope so. So, and you are a trooper?
I am Sergeant Major Lorik, sir.
Good to meet you, Sergeant Major. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Hopper.
I guess it was nothing.
It's good to have you aboard, sir.
It's good to be aboard. Just transferred from the Tyrant.
I guess
Well, welcome to the Avenger, then.
Yeah. Here, this is one of the newer models, right?
Yeah, who's your
Yes.
buddy over there? He's kind of quiet.
As I said, that's Private Joker. He's a little bit special, but he's good with that rotary blaster. That's what counts.
Someone clean up this mess.
As long as you can follow
Those are
orders and kill
definitely few and
rebels.
far between.
I believe the lead officer is supposed to meet with you soon.
Alright.
Well, where is he?
Nothing there. Lord Nita seems to be a bit preoccupied on the bridge.
Ah,
No doubt he'll be down to meet you in a second.
alright. You say nothing happens on this ship, huh?
Well, excitement has amped up a bit recently, but I'm not sure I'm at liberty to talk about it. Feels like there's a lot of tension on board lately.
Ah, don't worry about that. Everyone loves me.
If they don't love you, they'll respect you.
Oh yeah, that's a given. You don't survive nearly as many battles as I have and come out without at least someone talking about it.
Mm-hmm. I know that.
I don't think you stated it. What is your designation, Troop?
CK3899, but you can call me Malloy.
That's true.
It's a pleasure to meet you. But what?
Well, good to meet you too. You're definitely a lot more pleasant to be around than some of the sergeants I've had to meet.
You spend this long on campaign and you start to settle down a bit, I'd say. Most of the officers that are fresh out of the academy can be quite a pain, I know.
Officer on deck.
Sir?
You must... How do you use Lork? You must be the new transfer that we were waiting for. I'm Captain Neat. I lead this festival. Is this your first time in an Imperial too?
Yep. Well, yes, sir.
I hope it treats you well. The Avenger is one of the best of its kind. Very good at what it does.
It was nothing.
You may look around, there's some stuff to do in the first deck, and there's stuff to do in the fourth. We got some things you might like, well, according to what I know. Your bunk designation is 6. Nothing there. It's on first deck, down the hall. You can do as you please, we are not in combat right now. However, we are going to be starting an operation soon, so I might need you to be ready. I recommend you don't get lax in your jobs, and an active mind. A lot of things can happen when we're searching for rebels.
Yes, sir.
You're dismissed. Carry on.
Sir, what are my current orders?
You are now reassigned to their squad. As we needed someone higher in rank with a lot of experience, we have redesignated a few of you to serve with this one, who is a lieutenant colonel.
Yes,
Everyone
sir.
here, in this small little cabal, is now serving under him.
Ah,
Well, sir, it'll be a pleasure serving with you, I'm sure.
it's like that includes you too, Malloy.
That is correct.
Yep. My squad is yours now. Although I'm pretty sure my squad is still on assignment, so you only got me for the moment.
Didn't have the power converters I requested.
Well,
We'll be right behind.
mind showing us around? I'm not sure if the layout is different
I guess it was nothing.
ISD1, but
Well,
I've heard
feel
some
free to
complaints
wander.
about the layout changes.
If you have any questions about a place we come across, feel free to ask, but
we probably
the layout is...
drop off our stuff
Although
at
the
the bunks.
Although the complaints were mainly from officers I heard talking about how their bunks had been, about how their quarters had been moved around.
Oh. That's good for the recruits.
So,
So we're number 6, which is right here.
you know how high up he is. Damn, Aubrey, you actually look at that list? Look at where you are over here. Oh, look at this section. Look right here. You're damn near out of the Stormtrooper
Oh,
Corps.
yeah.
Look at that. You're just 2 notches below the top.
I don't think I've ever met a high colonel before.
We've been stationed in Bunk 6 for a while now. It was left partially empty after we lost some men on patrol. I hope it'll be comfortable enough for...
Well,
Probably a loose valve.
Yeah, it
for
should
you,
be fine.
my old bunk was bunk 6 on nearly every place I've been at.
Must be your lucky number.
Yeah, it was back on the Tyrant, the Chimera, Prosecutor. I think it was on the Prosecutor. It's been a while. Looks like our stuff's here now. So which one's your bunk? You two, so I don't take it.
I've always slept on the top bunk in the corner over here.
I'll take the top bunk in the other corner.
Yeah, it looks
Gonna
like
get before my buddies get the chance when they get
yours
here.
is the bottom there. Considering there's a rotary
Yes, sir.
blaster.
Just bottom.
Alright.
Bottom.
Well, I usually take this one, so it'll be here. I believe the top one right there, at least in our last few assignments, that's where our medic was. Yeah, medic cruiser, staff sergeant cruiser. I believe you may outrank him.
Yes, sir,
Got
I do
promoted
outrank
recently.
Staff Sergeant.
Yeah. He was one of my original squad mates. He became my...
And there we go.
He was
that
my-
load was getting too much even for me.
Cruiser was my XO after my original one was killed. Cruiser. So he'll probably be up there.
Well-
He's in the med bay right now because he's ill, which is unfortunate. But that is
I
a
hope he makes a
serious
full
concern.
recovery.
So make sure not to get sick when we're going into battle.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Standard
Speaking of-
procedure.
Speaking
Don't
of
shoot
being
level
ready for
ones.
battle, Joker, now that we have a lieutenant colonel serving with us, I'm going to need you to be a little bit less lax in the bunks. You know what I'm talking about.
What are you
Yes,
talking
I'm
about?
Oh boy.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I order
Nothing
you to
too
tell me.
major. Just a few issues with items he wasn't supposed to bring to the bunks from plants we were deployed to. No
that's-
serious contraband, just things like local street foods and such.
I mean, I'll allow it. I'm not that strict of a commander. Unless we're in battle, of course.
I'll keep that in mind, then I'm sure it'll be great serving under you.
Yeah, my old XO Winnipeg, he actually kept a rebel's weapon as a souvenir in his bunk. If I still
Taking
have it.
trophies from your enemies, huh?
Yeah. So, where were you assigned before here?
Well, I've been serving on the Avenger for quite some time. I just go where the ship takes me, essentially.
Yeah, I go where I'm
fought-
told.
Damn rookies. No wonder
I guess the most glorious battle I was a part of was when we were taking Kashyyyk.
Yeah, me and my squad, we've been getting deployed all over the galaxy. We never really had a consistent home. Maybe that'll change in our hopper.
Well, I hope the Avenger feels as much like home to you as it does to me. At least for the time you serve aboard her.
It
should.
just a Star Destroyer like any other.
Mm-hmm.
At least for now. Maybe I'll warm up to it. Because with my team, we were always sent to run counter espionage.
Prestigious work.
Me and my squad, we were always running counter operations against our rebel commando units, which are all over the galaxy. It's a pain hunting them down. They're not like regular troops, always dancing around, trying to dodge you. They won't stand up and fight most of the time.
Sounds like a prestigious position. How do you enjoy it?
Depends on how much you want to do a cat and mouse game of cat and mouse while carrying the heaviest equipment possible.
Well, I can imagine that there's satisfaction in taking out targets that strong.
They ain't strong. They're just good at running.
Of course. Cowards like all rebels.
There have been
Nice
some,
work.
though. There have been some strong ones, though, that are actually worth fighting. But those are few and far between.
Guess I'm
Damn
hedging.
rookies. No wonder we're
I
losing
think
our
was informed.
Good work
well.
shining your weapon, Joker. And, good thing, too. That rotary blaster is worth more than you are.
I understand that.
Oh, have I got stories about that old thing.
You've spent a lot of time with rotary blaster.
Only when the situation really calls for it. Like the taking of Yavin. They handed me a rotary blaster. By the time I was done with it, I handed them a whole platoon of dead rebels and a bunch of spare parts.
Incredible. I've heard stories of the Battle of Yavin. I'm disappointed I wasn't able to be there myself.
Oh, it was quite a treat. Unless you're talking about the earlier version. The only earlier one.
It was a bloodbath. But it was a damn good bloodbath. We drove those rebels right out of their holes, and we took a member of their high command.
Oh, yeah. So, would you like to know me better since we're serving together?
I would like that, yes.
Well, first off, let me set this down. Do you recognize this face?
Wait, you're a clone?
Mm-hmm. The last few.
No wonder you're such a high rank. You must have been serving a long time.
Yeah, I started off on a Venator called the Mythic. Served a man named Cal Scarata, some Mandalorian instructor. Got my start with him. Though, when the ship went down, I was in a life pod at that point and was lost for a few years. At that point, when I was found, I was, well, the war was over. The Empire had risen. And I was told I wasn't allowed back. So I became a mercenary for some amount of years. While eventually served aboard an ISD under, well, someone I knew. And then some other stuff I won't talk about. Some big misunderstanding, and then I came back. I eventually got assigned to the Death Star. At this point I was a commander. So. And when that was unfortunately destroyed, I got assigned to the Admonitor. Your, Senior Captain Thrawn. Brilliant strategist.
Incredible. You've been around quite a bit, though.
Yeah. Well, in the interim before that, I was on the Prosecutor under Admiral Blast. It doesn't really... I don't know if you would have heard of him or not, but I was there, and then I went to the Admonitor, and then I was assigned to the
Did you hear something?
Tyrant. Now I'm here.
Well, the Avenger might not be the most prestigious post compared to serving in those previous engagements, but I hope that we can learn a lot from you and your skill.
Well, we are still in Death Squadron, so we are serving Lord Vader. So, it's still up there.
Yes, but people with your combat experience are quite rare. I'm sure the men in the unit can learn a lot from you.
Yes.
Myself included.
Maybe one of my old friends, another clone like me, will be assigned here. I believe he's served in way more combat than I have. I believe he's already here.
Oh.
Should have been here. He was Commander Sky. He's one of those dark troopers, the cyborgs.
Sounds familiar, but I'm not quite sure.
Might have seen him around.
We don't engage much with the dark troopers here.
Yeah. Before he was that, he was a Nova trooper. And then he was a clone mercenary such as myself. Back in the Clone Wars, he was an advanced recon force trooper.
Quite a storied history.
Yeah. He's my oldest friend. Oldest remaining friend.
I can relate to that. Friends don't last very long in this line of work. Well, sir, there's not much to say about me. I was conscripted, and I just served the Empire dutifully. There's not much more to it.
Mind if I intrude?
It depends on why you're intruding.
Well, as part of lead engineering, I want to see who's part of my ship. I want to see if you cause messes and stuff.
Well, I don't.
I
Well,
I
we heard a
assure
thing
you
or two
they
about
can't-
Joker here, but the rest of us should be fine.
Yeah, I assure you he won't cause nearly as many messes as Joker has.
Right.
I apologize.
Just want to
for
make
that.
sure.
And we might have a few troublemakers coming aboard, but I'll keep them in line.
You on work right now? What are you doing? I'm heading down to the bar. Want to come up?
Sure.
Yeah, we're just getting settled in. Why not?
The bar might be new to you if you have not served on a new modern vessel.
No, I don't think I've seen a bar on an ISD before.
Rookies. No wonder.
Wait, you mean
More
this
of a
isn't
lounge.
just on? This isn't just in the cafeteria?
No, the cafeteria on ISD2s is much better as well.
Oh,
You want to see both?
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we'll go up to the canteen and you can grab some things to eat and we'll bring them down to the lounge. Put back on your helmet. Keeping one of these top-of-the-line vessels in working order is a hard thing to do.
Imagine so.
Also, when they undercrew me, it isn't fair either.
Didn't I hear we got an operation soon? Why in the world did they got you undercrewed?
Well, the reason we are undercrewed right now, for the main reason, is a lot of people were fixing up a certain vessel and prepping a bunch of other big ships. Of course, it's off time right now, so I'm sure there isn't anyone here. But they prep food ahead of time,
I
so...
have a different looking area here. It's mostly the same.
Well,
Yeah.
the one thing you'll notice is there's better lights, there's a
Yeah.
better area here, there's proper kitchen space.
See that?
Grab what you want, you have to... If you put your chip here, it will process everything you get. If you leave without paying, though, you will be arrested.
Why borrow with that? Just dock it from their paychecks.
Well, the thing is, arresting means you get demotion, which, you know, you don't want to go back to Army.
Oh yeah.
It's a much better threat than having your pay docked.
Sheesh, they really run a
Not
tight
only
ship
that, you
here.
get... Yeah, you don't... When you serve an Army, you get kicked off this vessel and you get sent to the Outer Rim. Oh wait, the elves.
Classic Joker.
I'm sorry, Major. I didn't think I was gonna make it in time.
First.
This way. There's everything on this vessel. Got those storm commandos over there. Don't ever mess with them. They'll kick your ass.
I'd
Each
imagine
one's like
so.
10 of us, at minimum.
Speak for yourself. You recognize my armor?
You're a commando. They're storm commandos. They're at least double you. I've never seen a squad of those obliterate a rebel army. Here we are.
Actually
Make
nicer
yourself
than the
comfortable.
last one I was at.
Looks like there's an unoccupied area here if you want to take a seat.
Nothing here.
So what? First time in any sort of vessel? This? What do you think? They got better weapons, they got better shields, the better bridge, better communication, and
Really
it's
nice.
it's so nice. I mean,
Well, they
you saw the
definitely got a
behemoth
better
outside,
lounge.
didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's called the Executor. Apparently, under command of a Ozzel. I'm sure you've heard the name before.
Oh. That Ozzel?
He ain't that good. Nope.
Hmm.
And then I think your senior captain Firmus Piet is his second in command. Lord Vader still operates the Devastator as his own flagship. I'm surprised. I mean, you'd think he'd actually swap to the Executor. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe he does.
he's more old
Maybe
fashioned.
he does operate. I don't know. Nice though, huh?
Oh yeah.
They also offer a lot of good amenities. Check it out. This displays the planet we're at, and
That's
this
nice.
shows us where we are in the galaxy.
Really nice.
Oh.
Hmm.
For the most part, though, honestly,
You there.
that
Check
different.
that out.
It's quite quiet. I mean, for the most part, all I do is do some meat repairs. Usually, it's because some idiot spill shit in their bunks, or accidentally discharges their blaster somewhere, and then I have to fix stuff up. Other than that, this vessel's perfectly fine.
Yeah, Empire's finest, right?
Even for being the Empire's finest, there are still accidents that can happen.
Nothing here.
Yeah. Especially if you've got an itchy
Nice,
trigger
bro.
figure.
Well, for the most part, I mean, there's nothing else gonna happen. I'm sure you're gonna probably be called up to the bridge soon. Now, obviously, you don't get to a vessel without being briefed on why you're being brought. So I'm sure our commander has some plans for you.
Well, better get our food and relax in while we can then.
Well, not you. I mean, it's just gonna be commander. Commander briefs that it's a chain of command.
Alright.
This is Miles. Go ahead. Why is cool? All right. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, see ya.